Okay, we're going to do another piece of very recent news in order to assess whether or not our source of information is a good source or not. So we're going to look at this headline that popped up in my Facebook newsfeed, and it says, Trump tells CIA staff they may get another chance to invade Iraq. Room falls dead silent. Okay, so when I read this, I go, whoa, that's crazy. I'm very surprised by this. So I open it up, and here's what I find out. It's from a source called ifyouonlynews.com, and this is what they look like at the top. Okay, so I'm going to go through my red flags in order to show you why I needed to double check if this is true or not. Okay, so we'll start with, is it sensational? When I first clicked on it, it also had a banner quote that said we should have stolen Iraq's oil, which of course is totally illegal. Okay, so the story is clearly something sensational. If the president says that we should steal oil and that we might get another chance to invade Iraq, that sounds like something people are going to click on. Then I want to know who stands to benefit if this story, if this story is not true. Who stands to benefit if I believe it anyway? And this is clearly connected to the next red flag, which is it partisan? So because we're talking about political figures, it's clear who stands to benefit from my believing this story. Who stands to benefit from that is the other side. This is a partisan article. Okay, this source is a source that I don't know if it's reliable or not reliable, and when I open it, this graphic right here makes it look to me like its purpose is to be sensational, that it's not, it doesn't look like a serious, heavy source. So I have questions about that too. Now, I also want to consult my prior knowledge. Now, my prior knowledge of U.S. presidents is that they don't go around on camera suggesting violations of international law. And so my prior knowledge, although my prior knowledge of Trump might be different, but my prior knowledge of previous U.S. presidents, this is yet another red flag. So I've got all 5 red flags going off on this story. And so before I'm going to believe anything that this thing says, I need to check. So that's just what I did. I pulled up my Google, and I put Trump CIA may get another chance to invade. I need to finish that. And the first page didn't give me any sources that I found reliable. It took me on the second page. I found the Boston Globe. Now, the Boston Globe, definitely a real newspaper, so I wanted to check that one. I also saw USA Today. So there's a couple of good of sources that I know are real newspapers. Okay, so I clicked on thebostonglobe.com. And it says, Trump on Iraq, we should have kept the oil. And here I have this quote again, maybe we'll get another chance. And here I have a video.
Wrong. I always said, in addition to that, keep the oil. Now, I said it for economic reasons. But if you think about it, Mike, if we kept the oil, you probably wouldn't have ISIS because that's where they made their money in the first place. So we should have kept the oil. But, okay. Maybe we'll have another chance.
So now I've seen it with my own eyes, and I know that this one checks out. So even though the headline was sensational, I didn't know about the source, and it was in conflict with my prior knowledge. Checking around let me know that this was a real thing that happened. So they don't always turn out not to be true.